So he's crazy. It's like the only way I can describe him. He's crazy, he's fun, and he's just way down to earth and chill, and he is very silly. He's very driven and passionate. He keeps me just on my toes all the time and keeps me going, keeps me laughing all the time.
Somehow, our youth would take the blame, worn out the way we let it stay.
Never ever a dull moment with Ashton. It's always sunny. It's always everything's always up. We're never down. She's also super funny. She's also very, very positive. Whenever like things start getting rough in our lives, or like things get stressful, she gets very positive. When I'm like I can feel stressed out, she's sort of like my rock, you know, the foundation.
As for physically, he is just so jacked. He loves to go to the gym, so it pays off. He's looking great. No, but really I do like his little bum. He has the best bum ever, and I love his eyes. He has the bluest eyes. And sometimes they change colors, like they're green or they're blue, but they're really pretty, so I love those.
She has really big eyes that I just love. Whenever she's if I'm telling her a story, or if she's telling me something, or even whenever she's just listening, she's a really good listener. She just looks at me with those eyes, and I lose myself, man. It sounds super cheesy, but I mean, I love it. I just love to stare at her. She's also really cute whenever we're talking or laughing, because we laugh a whole bunch. If we're hugging or something, she'll always do this thing where she brings her chin down, and she'll try to pull back a little bit, you know. And I don't know, she just does a whole bunch of little things that I can't think of right now, but everything about her is just cute, and I love it. The very first time I met her was, I was on another date, and it was going good. She's a good girl, but I met Ashton there.
He offered me his mango and sweet rice and sticky rice. That was the first time I ever talked to him. He's like, yeah, you want the rest of the sticky rice? I was like, yeah, of course.
We just hit it off right from the beginning. She was just so funny, and we were always talking. There was never a down moment, and
throughout the night we went to the dance, and it was just way fun. And I just remember the whole night he was just kind of ditching his date.
It was just, it's hard to explain, but she just got me right from the beginning.
We just hit it off. We had so much fun just dancing, and that was kind of the first day that we met. It took him a month and a half for him to actually get my number and call me after we first met. And so later we started going on lots of dates for a couple of weeks before he went off to summer sales. And we were down in Provo, and I don't remember exactly when, but it was after our third or fourth date.
And I really liked her, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's only the second date or third date. I'm like, should I kiss her, or what should I do? And all my buddies were hyping me up, you gotta do it, dude. It's now or never, dude. You're gonna go to Texas and she's gonna be gone. And I was like, I'm doing it. And so that night we're just, I was so nervous. When things like this happen, I get nervous and I shut down. We were in my car, and we were just sitting there talking. And I was just looking at her, and she was talking to me about something. I don't remember. I probably honestly wasn't even listening because I was so nervous.
It was just kind of that awkward moment where you're just okay, I don't know if he's going to kiss me or what's going to happen.
And I was in my mind, I'm going for it. And I just went in and kissed her, and
he pulled back and he's like, oh my gosh, your lips are so huge. And I was like, what?
My lips, dude, they're super small, like a pencil lip. I backed away, and I was like, I don't even know how to kiss you right now. I don't even know how to handle this. I actually said that, dude. It's pretty awkward.
He was just surprised, I guess. I don't know, but it was a good kiss.
things just went rolling really quick. So we actually wanted to say I love you for a while, but we were always like, I don't want to be the first to say it. You be the first to say it. No, I don't want to be the first to say it. It was her 22nd birthday, and she was not feeling it. She's like, I do not want to be 22. I do not want to grow up. I don't want to get old. And she was like, I just want to stay a kid. And so I did this whole long date where we did a whole bunch of kid stuff, brought out her inner child. Like, we got a Happy Meal,
Rode scooters and flew kites.
we had a picnic, and like we had those like big, huge like sword bubble things. We did a whole bunch of cute kid stuff. And then it was just so fun. And then we were gonna go to a movie later on that night. We were jumping on the trampoline in my backyard, and we were just laying down. It's starting to get a little late, so we were just relaxing.
And I remember he was just like singing this song. I think he was singing Bruno Mars. I can't remember. But some corny song he was singing, and I just like turned over and I was like, I love you. And he thought I was joking. He's like,
Babe, if you love me, you gotta mean it when you say it. And she's like, I did mean it. And I was like, oh my gosh. Rewind. I was like, let's do this again. And it was actually really cute. I ruined it, but how she did it was really cute. And then I said it later on that night, and I said, hey, I just want to let you know that I love you too.
for me, it was so easy from like the very first day that we met. Everything just clicked. Like, it wasn't like I had to try to like him or be myself around him. It was just so natural and normal. And for me, that was like one of the biggest things. Like, okay, like this is like so different than the fact that we like could start talking about like being together seriously and marriage. It was like so soon, but it felt so like right. And I thought that sounds so cheesy probably, and cliche, but it's so true. Like, and it was funny because I'm the person that's like, oh, I'm gonna date for at least a year. Like, that just doesn't happen, but it definitely happened to me. And so I'm definitely eating my words on that one.
I actually knew before she did. I left to Texas, and when we got there, it was pretty sad. We actually did like this half breakup thing. It's like, hey, so I'm gone, and you're really attractive and going to go to college. So I mean, let's just save the trouble. Just end it right now. Just do it. And she's all like, well, maybe probably we just shouldn't talk because it'd be easier. Like, I really like you too. I mean, probably just easier. And the next night, we call each other, and we kept talking like 3 or 4 in the morning. Next night, same thing. Dude, it didn't happen for like a good month and a half, just every night. And it got weird. There was like, I think a few nights where she was already asleep, or like I was getting home really late and like we couldn't talk. And it was weird because I felt off, you know what I mean? Like, I was just so used to talking to her. And I remember there was one night in the middle of her just talking to me, it just hit me so hard. I was like, I think like this could actually go somewhere. And it was over a phone call, you know? But I felt it, and it was so strong, and I was like, holy crap, like I could listen to this girl talk about this random person at her work for years, you know? Like, I don't ever want her to stop talking about Shelly or whoever she was talking about. I just loved it, and fell in love with her voice, fell in love with who she was, and yeah, that's sort of when I knew. When I proposed to her, first of all, I'm a little proud of how I proposed to her. She's I wanted it to be big, right? I bought the ring, and it was already, it was perfect. And I was like, so how I propose needs to be perfect.
It was like our last weekend of the summer, and we were planning on having this huge day together and go to Lagoon and just hang out. And I remember he was like, let's go to Black Rock and watch the sunrise and have breakfast and just like have the whole day together. And I was like, okay, perfect.
We go down, and she looks at this giant rock, and she's like, oh my gosh, look at all these names. Like, we should have brought spray paint down and like spray painted our own names on here. And I was like, I sort of already did that. And she's like, you did?
And I turned around and it said, Ash, will you marry me? All spray painted on like the whole side of the rock.
She was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, you're proposing? And I was like, yeah. And my mom actually set it up. I was like, Mom, put the ring right here. And I looked down and the ring isn't there. And I was like, yeah, I'm proposing right here. By the way, I love you. You're beautiful. You're just so amazing. I'm like sort of moving her to the side and everything. I finally found it, and that's when I popped down on one knee and proposed.
looking back, I apparently, I don't remember this. I guess I grabbed the ring when he opened it and I just put it on my own finger. And he was like, okay. So I don't even know. But it was like the best day ever.